Hello, Lando here. Today, I'm playing a game where it's like to walk around Gary, Indiana. Giant mechs strolling around, blowing everything up in sight, and that's the least of your worries. 1 minute, you're scavenging out of a trash can looking for a carton of cigarettes, while your teammate that you brought along for lookout decides to pick a fight with an Apache helicopter. Now you're both part of the trash can, respawning back at base with zero gear, and worst of all, you're morphed into the wall. Get back out there and bring along your robot mule so you can make up for lost collateral. Navigate its inventory menu, and you can't get out of it. Perfect time for a Gundam to get airdropped on your location, turning your mule into a scrap bin. Trying to get the hell out of there, and a tank that just got done watching Fast and Furious comes along and shows off its maneuver. Forever Winter, a game that punishes you when you're playing it and when you're not playing the game. With my very detailed guide, we'll turn this stay-out-of-sight extraction shooter into a extraction shooter, going from running away from anyone and anything, making slight eye contact, to a death squad dispatched to deal with your shenanigans, from treating the tanks like an Uber ride. At the start, you will find a place to call home, in the sewers, filled with Terminator's mentally challenged cousins. Taking them out, we now have a base of operations, where a bunch of degenerates also decide to take up residence, calling yourselves scabs. These are your vendors, belonging to different factions. They all hate each other, but coexist just for you to sell them some cigarettes and vodka. Without you, they will die, not from the nicotine and alcohol addiction, but from the lack of water, where in some areas you wish to travel to cost water, or buying any base upgrades, like a TV. To get to that point, we gear up for our first mission. Grab a AK-47 in a shopping cart tied together with milk cartons, making a backpack called a rig. Almost every area you go into, a never-ending war between three lovely factions is raging on. In the first beginner region, you start with Scorched Enclave. Within 2 minutes of stepping into Satan's asshole, a bomber flying by unloads its payload. No, it isn't dropping bombs, it's dropping bodies. They are looking to give you the RoboCop special. A little down the way, we find a bunker that has an encoded cipher. You can't pause the game, but should be okay, as the enemy is busy killing each other. After opening the door, grab whatever you can fit into your Walmart shopping cart and head to the extraction. Congratulations, you beat the mission without firing a single shot. Technically, you can do this forever and beat the game, but I have a slightly different approach. After the tutorial, all the characters that you can choose from is unlocked, each having different skills or something that they're good at, like the Old Man, a great survivalist, Scav Girl, a lost serial killer, Mask Man, he hates the surface and looks cool. I like that. Shaman, play this dude if you want an easy time playing the game. Gunhead, has a gun for a head. Bagman, likes to carry his heavy sack around, plus he can carry a lot of stuff, however, slow as shit. Most of the time, I'm playing Gunhead, not only because he has a neat design, but he's probably the worst character. He's big and bulky, and worst of all, he can't heal. Also, any optic you put on your AK-47 is like putting umbrellas over your shoes. Completely useless as he can't see, so why play him? Simple, he has a gun or a head. Every other character can stab themselves with morphine in the heat of battle, surviving any sort of altercation with the enemy. Here I'm playing as a shaman, having a grand old time getting shot in the ass and being punched in the face by some space marines. However, I can spam the heal button and run away. You can't die if you're already OD'd on morphine. Gunhead, on the other hand, likes getting touched by anything like bullets, fire, Flint, Michigan water. It all chunks his health away with no way to regain it back. So why do I play him? Well, I want to be that robot that the enemy has nightmares about. Anyway, who are the three factions? They all sound alike, and when roaming the battlefield, they all look alike. First up, the Europa, the USA/Europeans. Even with the mechs battling it out for a bottle of Dasani, they are still technologically behind everyone else, and my cat is yelling at me. Survival rate is not great. I would say they are the least evil of the bunch. If you look past the cannibalistic activities plus skull worshipping every Sunday, and you're all good. Eurasia, much like China, if you're unlucky enough to be within this faction, you will be turned into a cyborg and thrown out of an aircraft like some Attack on Titan shit. They're all about ripping off their flesh and slapping some sheet metal over it and calling it reprocessing. If one of the cyborgs falls in combat, don't worry. They'll come back just with more sheet metal. Here I got taken captive, still trying to fight my way out, but soon as it stabs you, it'll take you on a joyride that ends with every fluid in your body to no longer be there. Euroshka, aka the Russians. All you need to join this faction is an AK-47, a bottle of vodka, and a pack of cigarettes. Congratulations. If you don't have either one, then good news. You don't have to fight in the war, as you will be assigned to a big-ass mech called Toothy that will use you as a bio-battery. Either way, it doesn't matter on which faction you like or wish to ally with. They all hate you and will shoot you on sight regardless of what your reputation is with them. You could have the highest reputation with a given faction. Do everything you can to help them, but it doesn't matter. If they see you, it's on sight. The next run, I recruit myself a frail old man with an AK-47, making sure to test his durability and strength by elbowing him in the mouth. When you kill an enemy, their weapon drops. It will be destroyed, but it still goes for a pretty penny on the market, where we can buy a bigger shopping cart to get even more junk. The old man, who was tagging along with me, died unexpectedly. To make sure he lives on, I'll be taking all of his stuff and seeking revenge. Running around collecting your favorite vodka brands does get old. Sometimes you want to get active, but don't have the gear. Foreverwinter does have faction quests to get you special rewards. It's a little broken, literally. Some have several stages to them. You can get part 3 of the quest before you even get part 1. And some have you go spend water to play hide and shit your pants from whatever this thing is. But playing as Gunhead, I can take some fall damage and escape that.
Alright, where am I?
Here's the main protagonist of the game, the Rat King. Here we see him, stuck, but let me tell you, if he gets himself free, not good for the enemy. Keep it up, boss. Yeah, the AI sometimes isn't the brightest. You could be a mech stuck in some trench with no escape. Or you could be a civilian that I rescued that decides to run towards its captors. So how can you be him? Running in fear to make a few bucks every run isn't cutting it. Time to get active. And that all starts by accepting a certain quest which appears at random. Hold on, let me just finish this quest. Kill an American super soldier. Well, that was easy. As I was saying, the main quest, what we have to do is hostile expungement. What's that noise? The mission is pretty simple. Find some Europeans trying to stay alive and unalive them. For your efforts, you're given a heavy machine gun. No, just not any heavy machine gun. This one's called Painless. But I assure you, the enemy will be feeling pain. Before I show you what this thing is capable of and everyone either running away in fear or everyone joining forces to converge on you, we need a secondary, and that is a grenade launcher. Here I'm engaging 2 armored cores. With a few rounds and before they know what hit them, one of them is already dead. The game now hates you even more, and will send hunter killers until you leave back to base or die. The grenade launcher does kill them in one hit, so let them come. And that's just our secondary. With our machine gun being the primary, here's a tank that can easily kill us. Well, found a medium mech with some poor saps. Time to give it the business. Alright, it's back, it's turned, let's lay down the firepower. Oh, God. Okay, let me get back up. Alright, take this! Oh, where am I? What the? Is it nighttime? Why is it so quiet? Is there nobody here? Wait, no, enemies are coming straight for me. What the fuck is going on? Why is there so many of them coming for me? Oh my God, the gat on this thing. Wait a minute, what the hell is this thing? Death by snoo snoo? Oh, I mean, what? Alright.